Hello everyone, this is Tabassum Ansari, TGT English from Dream India School Khurud. Welcome to my English grammar lessons. This tutorial is all about determiners, which is for 10th grade. In this lesson, I am going to show you what exactly determiners are, why they are used and different types of determiners. So without a further go, let's get started. So, what are determiners? Determiners are words that introduces a noun and provide some information about it but do not describe it. It means a determiner is a word that precedes and modifies a noun. They are function words. For example, the ball, his son, 5 cats, more cars. So here the words the, his, 5 and more are determiners which are introducing a noun whether singular or plural. So we can conclude that determiners are words that comes at the beginning of the noun, hence basically introduces a noun that determines noun, that is whether a noun is specific or general. These are the 4 important things which you must understand about determiners. Now, determiners are basically divided into 4 types. First, articles, which are a and the. Second, demonstrative, which are words like this, that, this, those. Third, possessives, which are words like many, your, his, her, their. And fourth one, quantifiers, which are words like some, few, little, many, much, any. Now, let's have 2 examples of each type to make you clear about them. Okay. First one is articles. Articles determines which noun the speaker is referring to. The is a definite article and used when you are talking about the specific version of noun. For example, first, close the door please. Here we are pointing the noun door. Next, I walk to the market. Here definite article the is used to introduce the noun market. A and N are indefinite articles and are used when you are talking about the general version of the noun. Indefinite article A is used before a consonant sound or N is used before a vowel sound. Means a precedes singular countable noun that have a consonant sound and N precedes singular countable noun that have a vowel sound. Example first. A book is man's best friend. Here we are referring to all the categories of book, not any specific one. So A is used here as a consonant sound countable noun. Next example, we waited an hour. Here we are referring to a specific time. So N is used here before a vowel sound countable noun. So this is how articles are used as determiners. Let's now look into the next category of determiners. Demonstrative determiners are also specific. They relate to the location of the noun that you are describing. Demonstratives, which are words like that, this, these, those. These demonstrative pronouns are also used as determiners. They are used to point something specific within a sentence. They focus attention on the nouns that they are replacing. For example, I love that shirt. That indicates that the shirt is nearby. Here we are pinpointing specifically to that shirt. Let's look into next example. Those children are often mean to me. Those is used to be specific about which children. Here we are pinpointing specifically to those boys. So these are the examples of demonstratives. As demonstratives determines noun, they comes in the category of determiners. Now let's look into some of the exceptions of determiners. We need to pay attention that in order to be called a determiner, a demonstrative must be followed by a noun phrase such as I like this room. This is a determiner in sentence 1. Let's look into next example. I like this. This is not a determiner in sentence 2. So, how do we know that whether a demonstrative word is a determiner or not? Because determiners need to precede noun phrase. In sentence 2, no noun phrase follows the word this. Next category is possessive. Possessive determiners modify the noun following it in order to show possessions. Possessives are words like my, your, his, her, it, our, your, their, etc. Possessive pronouns are words that we use to show ownership. Let's look into examples of them. First, where is your book? Here we have used your to point out the book which belongs to you. Let's look into next example. It's our car. Here we have used our to point out the ownership which belongs to us. As possessive determines the ownership of noun, they comes in the category of determiners. Let's look into the last category of the determiners, which is quantifiers. So have a look. Quantifiers are words that indicate the quantity or amount of a noun. For example, 3 pencils, all countries, some books, little time, each story. Here, 3, all, some, little, and each are determiner words. They indicate how much or how little of the noun is being used. Some common quantifiers are all, any, both, each, either, enough, every, few, little, most, much, neither, no, several, some, or any number. Let's look into these examples. First, she has some milk in the cup. Here, some defines the quantity of milk she has. Next example is, he has few good friends. Here, few defines the number of friends he has. So, as quantifiers determines the quantity of noun, they comes in the category of determiners. The quantifiers some and any. Some is generally used in affirmative sentences with both countables and uncountable noun, such as there is some salt. Here some defines the quantity of salt which is uncountable and it's a positive sentence. Next, there are some oranges. Here some defines the quantity of oranges which is countable. There is exception to the rule. Some can also be used in questions when you are requesting or offering something to someone by thinking that the answer is yes or hope for such an answer. Example, would you like some salt? Do you want some oranges? Can I give you some milk? Could I get some cheese? Here we have used some in questions and for defining the quantity of nouns. Use of any is here generally used in negative sentences like there aren't any apples. Here we have used any for defining the quantity of apples and it is expressing a negative idea which are countable. One more example, there isn't any water. Here we used any for defining the quantity of water which is uncountable. Any is also used in questions such as are there any carrots? Is there any bread? Have you got any sweets? Has he got any ice? Quantifiers little, a little, few, a few. Little means in a very small amount or degree, not very often. Example, we had little snow last winter. Let's look into next quantifier, few. Few means not many. Example, she has few relatives. So it's clear little and few are used to give a negative idea. Have a look on next quantifier which are a little and a few. A little means a small amount or quantity, not much but some. Example, I have a little money, maybe we can go for shopping. Here the word a little defines the amount of money I have and there is possibility for shopping. Next is a few, represents a positive quantity. It is used with plural nouns. It means some, a small amount, that is not many but some. Example, there are few chocolates left, we can make a chocolate muffin. Here few defines the quantity of chocolates we have, so a little and a few are used to give a positive idea in a sentence. Hope this is clear to you. Now let's look into the last quantifier which are much and many. We use many for countable nouns and much for uncountable noun. Let's look at these examples. First, there are many restaurants in my neighborhood. Here, many is defining the number of restaurants. It's an uncountable noun. Another example, there is not much traffic in this area. Here, much is defining the uncountable noun traffic. That's all in this video. I hope it follow your attention.